Oh.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
What I'm doing? Shut up.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down.
No! I threw that whole little Julio on God. Bro, when they change Julio icons, fool?
Defense gets a pick six TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score?
Don't worry about it, young king.
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt
Watch me get in this dust.
Took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be resigned, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis. Some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Ryan on first down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I am on the mic.
Here. Let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game.
Nah, they made me pass to her right there.
Though, impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles, the backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game, and of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Escaping the pressure right. It's complete. This is Brent Selleck. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And Jeffrey's got it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Open space inside the 10. That is caught. right at the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Here's Ajayi. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
What are you talking about?
So some urgency here for the offense. And the
yeah,
closes
I'm losing right now.
He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Wentz going to go on 4th down.
They let that nigga roll in. Oh my gosh.
Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here, even if we don't get it.
What's the name though? I'm finna come back.
Stop them. Instead, they put it in the end
on
zone
life
and tally up 6 points.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year...
Oh, God.
In disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was because, let's be honest about it, losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl, you were playing for it all. Team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one, but this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Ryan on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Ryan going underneath. It's Coleman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons get a bit closer. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. And Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible?
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters? He's losing the all-world left tackle. And Halapua Vitae, who they drafted the year before, filled in quite capably. They had answers for everything they needed.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi.
Hold it.
Jay Ajayi's going to go. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Philly. 68 yards. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. This is Ajayi. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about...
Young King.
At the 25. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On second down, Freeman.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
They run again with a Ajayi. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, 77 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship.
I'm finna get a pick. He finna throw that up.
But the lead has really gone down.
He got to scope.
You always talk about the adjustment.
You see, you can't stop me.
They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead.
You think so?
You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
And this will be caught at the 30.
I think I shouldn't Jeffrey Cole like this.
Down to the 30-yard line. The gain of 39 that time. Now it's Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the
That's
football.
it. Oh, God.
It was in Philadelphia.
That's crazy.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On play action, Wentz going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 28 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On second down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So it'll be first down here after the run. Here's Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham able to get in there and drop him behind the line. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They run with Ajayi. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this...
You didn't beat me 21-0. I scored. Quit capping on the phone, bitch ass
nigga.
nigga.
Make it 2nd and goal.
And I scored.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever.
I know you're running the ball. You can't fool me to think that you're going to pass to her when I know you're running the ball.
So far on 3rd down,
what else you going to do with that?
They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run. It's Barner.
This shit trash.